Hi everyone. On this video I'd like to share a tutorial on this envelope clutch I made with paper napkins and paper doilies and some lace strands and doily. So a week ago or so I made one like this to send to a lovely lady in Australia who's hosting a challenge, and since then some of my subbies have been asking me how is it that I made this, so I decided to make a tutorial to show and how I make it. So this is actually my first tutorial, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but we'll try our best. Anyway, so this is one I made. This is my second clutch out of paper napkin that I made. This is the back, the front, and I'll show you step by step how to make this. This is what it looks like when you open it. Okay, so I realized that this video may take probably perhaps part 1 and part 2 if you can be patient with me. So I'm gonna start, and before I go on, this is the napkin I used to create this this clutch. Okay, so let's begin. I'll put this to the side. Okay, so this is a napkin I use. Some napkins come in a square shape. In this case, it's a rectangular one. Either way, either shape works. This clutch is made with square shape napkins, so this one works too. So what we do is we grab two napkins, two paper napkins. I hope this is focusing. Oh, I guess it's right. Okay. And in this case I'm going to use Mod Podge. It seems to work very nicely for this project. And usually when we do decoupage, Mod Podge with napkins, we remove the extra layers that each napkin comes with, but in this case we want to leave all those layers because we would like the napkins to be substantial, because they're going to become a clutch. Okay, so let's see, I'm just trying to match the images. Okay, now we just match them up there. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect because remember we're gonna use lace trims on the edges, so just give this a good shake. And you'll need Mod Podge and you need a brush. This is the kind of brush I'm using. And you'll need some sort of container with water to keep your brush in so it doesn't dry with Mod Podge on it and gets damaged. Okay, so you just find the middle and start dipping your brush into the Mod Podge and just apply a generous coat throughout the one side of the napkin. Okay, alright, so we want to be generous and we want to be gentle because we don't want to make holes on the napkins. So basically you just want to apply this Mod Podge to keep these two layers, to glue them actually, to glue these two layers of napkin. Okay, so, okay, generous and gentle. Okay, I think that's sufficient. Let me just work on the edges here. Okay, if it didn't glue on some areas of the edges, don't worry about it. We'll touch it up with the glue gun to give it extra support. Okay, so now we just extend the top layer and try to match the one underneath. And there you have, the one side is already glued, and now we would have to work on the other side. Oh, I forgot this. I really need my glasses now. Okay, I protected my table with this plastic because I don't want to damage it. I hope it's not bothering you with the glare. Okay, so one side is done, then you would proceed to do the other side. So, but I went one step ahead. So let me just move this to the side. And this would be the next step. Okay, once this is glued, the two napkins are dry, then we would continue to glue the paper doily onto the napkin. Okay, these paper doilies, you can find them anywhere. This particular one, I can't remember where I got it from. It was a long time ago. The price tag doesn't tell me anything, but most dollar stores have them. Like this set, for example, comes with 32 paper doilies, different sizes, 32 of them, $1. I mean, that's awesome. Okay, this one too, I got these from the dollar store around Valentine's. 12 pieces for 99 cents. So that was great. Okay. Alright, so what I did was I found the middle, and I placed the doily, the paper doily, and I then placed my fingers right there and applied the Mod Podge generously and gently, just running the brush across, I mean in a vertical motion. Okay, so the reason why we want to apply a generous coat is because we want to give the napkins a more substantial, not only appearance, but we want it to hold well. Okay, so you notice I'm going not just where the paper doily is going to be glued, but I'm also gonna go towards the edge as well. because like I said, I want to give the napkins extra strength and support. Okay, so you could find Mod Podge at any craft supply store. If you go to Michael's, they always have a 40% off coupon, and so you could buy one this size. It'll last you a long time. Okay, so now we want to make sure the doily is extended, and we work from the middle towards the borders. And again, we want to be generous and gentle because we don't want to tear the paper doily. Okay. Okay. I already worked on this side. It's already dry. I just wanted to have some of the steps already done ahead so that for the sake of saving time. Okay, right, so now we're just making sure every little area gets the Mod Podge. Mod Podge, yeah. Okay, done. This is done. We'll let it dry, and I have the next step already prepared. So you let this dry. In the instructions it says let it dry 15 to 20 minutes. That's not true in this case. I honestly let it dry overnight. I worked at this at night, and then the next morning it's totally dry. It works better for me. Okay. Okay, that step is done. Okay, so let's pretend those are already completely dried, and this is what we have. Okay, we have 2 sheets with double layer of napkins, and the doilies already, Mod Podge onto them, and these are ready to work with. Okay, by now you can set your brush aside and place it in water so you don't damage it. And you want to work on a clean surface because now it's the fun part where we attach the laces and trims. Sorry about the noise with the plastic here. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half. See that? With the doily on the outside. Fold it in half. Okay, and here where the edges are, see? Okay, about, I would say, fold half an inch in. About half an inch on both sides. Okay, here too. This is like a seam. Okay, so now we have 2 folded edges, and we've folded the napkin in half. Okay, that's that. And now this will be the lid, not the, yeah, the top part of the envelope. Okay, so about, I would say at about 3/4 of the way, like around there. Okay, around 3/4 of the way. We want to fold this part. Okay. Okay, so this is that part of the clutch. And now let's set this one aside. And now this we have to find let's see, we have to fold these edges here. This is approximately the same. There, I'm eyeballing it, so if you want a ruler, you want to measure, go ahead. If you feel more confident about rulers and measuring perfectly, it's fine. But I just eyeballed it and it looks great to me. So, okay, so we can begin the process of gluing this clutch. And yeah, so I guess we'll go on to part 2 in order to do that, because I don't want this video to be super long. So I'll see you on the next video.